Hello again YouTube, a small update for you. Added a CO2 kit today to the Biorb, just for the pure fact that I'm hoping to increase the plant growth in there, and obviously the lighting system is not exactly best for plants, so I'm hoping that with this combined with each other it's going to be quite handy. What I've put in there is this, it's a CO2 Optimat. What you get inside is you get a, second that up. You get that's a Tetra Plant CO2 depot, which is basically a CO2 can, to put it simply, which is then linked up to an air tube, which then you have the diffuser there, which goes in the tank. I filled it up. Obviously, once you put it in the water, you have to turn it upside down, fill it with water, fill it with CO2, so it removes the water, if that makes sense. When I first introduced the CO2 into it, it was pummeling out the top at a very heavy rate, which I was getting a bit concerned about because I was thinking it might suffocate the fish. But it seems to have calmed down a lot now. The particle, the bubble particles coming at the top are a hell of a lot smaller. I've placed it next to the filter, hoping it's going to, dissipate the CO2 a little bit. So it's not basically staying in one area; it's actually going to get around the tank. But the plan behind this is obviously aiming for a slightly different biorb to what you normally see. So obviously we've done the sand. Now aiming for plants. In the future, there's going to be a light upgrade. Can't remember the exact make of it now, but they seem to be around the same sort of size as the light units on top. So hopefully in the future that will be introduced on top. It seems at the minute I'm going down the Tetra route, and I'm pretty much going to stay on the Tetra route, I think. I always heard that they were quite boring fish, but to be honest, the ones we've got in there now, they got to know us. They know when it's feeding time, they'll be up against the glass. They get to understand, times and stuff like that when the feeding is. So to be honest, it's not actually that bad. Obviously, if you're looking at angelfish, like this one over here, which is still ill, you do get a lot more character from them, but space-wise, small tanks, at least you can fit a few more fish in, have it a bit more interesting, basically. But yeah, I'm still not sure what's going on with him, so anyone knows of anything about angelfish sicknesses, why he might be changing colour, going pale, I just don't understand what's going on. But he's still eating, which is, I just don't get it. But yeah, I mean, the Biorb is basically as it is. We've got the bumblebee gobbies in there now. We've also added some shrimps today. I think that is basically it. I'm not going to put anything else in there. There's nothing else I need in there. I've got the clean-up crew at the bottom. I've got they're basically mostly middle feeders, which they're learning to eat from the top. But I think that's mainly because the angelfish isn't in there. So they're not afraid to go up to the top and catch food. But I'm reasonably pleased with the way it's turning out. Hopefully that plant at the back is going to grow. The plan is to basically increase the size of that plant at the back to cover the back side of it. Just because I don't really like the fact that it's empty all the way to the top. I like to have a bit of plant growth at the back. But so that's basically where we stand so far. But I'll be uploading a video in the next couple of weeks just to keep you up to date with the plant growth and how the CO2 system's working and if it's actually worth investing in. I've heard amazing things about CO2, obviously not seen this one being used before. So yeah, it's basically, it could be a bit of a review on that one. But the plan is I'll put one on in the next 2 weeks. We can obviously measure up the growth from that video to this one and we can see where we go from there. But that's it for now. Cheers for looking.